What is up, everybody? It's your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself, and today we have some delicious news, information. The gameplay you're watching right now is on the PS3, Black Ops MW3 drop zone Barrett 50 cal. The gameplay isn't really all that good. There's a huge part in the game. Well, at first I do really well, then it's a huge part where I'm like dying like constantly, and then I somehow come up with a 5-piece at the end. But whatever. Gameplay is not that good. It's actually quite terrible. But that's not what we're here for. Earlier today, this morning, there was a Nintendo Direct in complete Japanese, so I'm over here like, duh. But then later on, people were translating it, so other non-Japanese speakers can actually watch it. So it was interesting, Nintendo Direct. It went on for about an hour, but in it, they covered a lot of information. I mean, a ton of information. This is a 7-minute video, and I'm not even sure if I can even cover all the information that they did. So I'll for the most part, get a lot of things out the way. First and foremost, they did talk about, obviously, to Wii U, Nintendo Direct, and in it, Mr. Satoru Iwata-san, the president of Nintendo, he unboxed a Nintendo Wii U Premium Edition. I know it sounds kind of weird, but he did an unboxing video of his own console. But the thing is, if you were to watch the video yourself, you can see that he actually took, joy in unboxing the video. Like, he's smiling the whole time. Sometimes you can see things. It's like clearly that's fake, but you can see the genuine, love that he actually felt, and he's like, oh, that, like, he was actually excited to be doing it. So I thought it was really cool, and then you get to see all that's in it and all the additional little knickknacks and paddywhacks and give dog bones about things that's random. But did an unboxing video about that. Then they started talking about the much anticipated functions to the Wii U, the MiiVerse. Now the MiiVerse is basically, what I would like to say is Nintendo's answer to the PlayStation Network and the Xbox Live. It's like social media meets gaming in perfect harmony. It's like Facebook and Twitter integrated within every single game. It is not a developer choice. It is part of the console itself. MiiVerse is it'll work on every game because it's not up to the developer themselves to put in MiiVerse, because it's integrated into the console, and much more things that I really don't know about technology and how things work. But yeah, you don't have to worry about a certain game not being compatible with MiiVerse. It's gonna happen, so long as it's a Wii U title. Wii titles, I doubt, will actually work for it. But that outlined a lot of information about the MiiVerse. What I can't explain, I will have links to the videos and maybe even the one big video in the description. But he did say that within MiiVerse you can as you say, you can stop a game. Let's say you're playing a game, right? And then you're having trouble. We can pause that game. A lot of things they talked about in the E3, but they kind of delve deeper into it. But you can pause the game, take a screenshot of a certain part of the game, and go into the MiiVerse and say, "Hey guys, need help with this," and then people like give you hints and tips and things about it. And also, if you don't want a spoiler, like game ending spoiler, whatever, you can hit a little option on the side that says, "I don't want any spoilers," and it will filter out the actual spoiler information that it'll give you. Now, the time in which this necessarily happens, a long time ago they did say it takes about 30 minutes, because they were actually going to filter these comments comment by comment, which sounds absurd, but I'm not sure if that room is actually confirmed. We'll find out launch day, because they didn't really clarify in this video. So pretty much MiiVerse, as we know, for what we see from E3, what we know then, we do know again. Well, they reiterated now. For the most part, just don't worry about it. It's gonna work terrific. It works on every game. You can pause the game and go into MiiVerse. Like, you can pause the game and go into the home menu and browse on the internet if you want to. Then keep going from there. The game actually does not close, so you can just like pause it, go do what you got to do, and bring it back. So that's that on that. Another thing they talked on, which is a huge hop for a lot of people. Nintendo Network IDs. Now, every Wii U system will be able to hold up to 12 Nintendo Network IDs, and they come with the same usual functions. First you need to have a name, date of birth, gender, email address, place of residence, things like that. All those things tie into your Nintendo Network ID. You can have 12 to each console. Now, let's say there's 5 people in your household and they all want to play it. Well, that's cool, because for each individual user, a Nintendo Network ID that's on your console will have its own settings. So let's say you have certain internet bookmarks internet browser bookmarks, and let's say you have certain user settings, like you don't want your volume so loud or things like that. All those settings are saved to each individual's personal Nintendo ID account. So that way, there's no messing up with people's stuff. Like, hey, you messed up my thing, or da da da. You don't have it. You don't have that going on. Also, any games that you've purchased or any downloadable programs or whatever knickknacks that you bought through Nintendo eShop that are on your console, every Nintendo Network ID user that is on your Wii U will have access to it. So let's say I download a game and it's on my ID, but let's say my sister wants to play that game or whatever, and she can just jump on it easily, even though it's not on her ID that purchased it, it's on mine. But so long as her ID is connected with my console, great. I'm running out of time, but there's a lot of information that I didn't get to touch on, so I will link you guys to some of the videos. Another thing before we go, it's talking about the Wii U Plaza, which is now officially known as Wada Wada Plaza, which it means bustling in English. Wada Wada is Japanese, so we all know a little Japanese now. And basically, it's our home menu, our UI, our user interface. So every time, whenever you turn on your Wii U console for the very first time, you'll be meted by the Wada Wada Plaza. So I thought it was a really interesting idea or concept as to how our user interface is completely different from everyone else's. Again, like I said, I will have videos to these things that I talked about, even more things I didn't actually talk about within the description. So if you guys want to tune in, by all means, stay tuned for that. And it's been your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself, bringing you guys information as I can get it to you. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If not, hey, I can't be mad at that. Holla at your boy.